Hi friends, I think you have already heard about one of the genius minds of the world, a greatest physicist and a mathematician, Sir Albert Einstein. His profound mathematical calculations and theories are not yet completely solved mysteries of the world. I think many of you have heard about one of the famous theory of him, the time dilation. Many across the world are confused about it, but in this video I will try my best to help you understand the theory, thought process or the thinking path of Einstein and give you a clear picture of the famous theory, the time dilation. So please stay tuned and watch the complete video. First, let us understand the meaning of the heading. If we split it, then it becomes two words, the time and the dilation. Obviously, we know about the time in our normal life, and dilation is nothing but the difference in time. In mathematical calculations, it is also expressed in the symbol delta t. I think you have heard about one of the famous story of the Einstein in which Einstein imagined this theory. So in this video I am going to express the imagination of Einstein. One day when Einstein was in the way back to home from his office, he ascended a train which had an opening at its end. He saw a huge wall clock and imagined how will the wall clock look if the train move in the speed exactly that of light. So at first, to understand this, we must know that a moving object is seen to us with the millions of reflection of the object within a second. It is just like a billions of screenshots of the object within a second. So now let's imagine the train in which Einstein sat in is now moving in a normal speed towards his hometown. Now he is just looking at the wall clock in which the time is moving forward continuously. That means he is getting at least a million reflections in each second. Now let's imagine that the train suddenly started moving in the speed of light. So the reflections of the object at that nanosecond just gets traveled with the train. Since both are at same speed, so the observer in the train observes that the clock is paused. It is just a scene like a screenshot of the scenery or gets smaller with respect to normal time due to change in angle of incidence to our eye. Here, the observer experienced that the time paused out of the train towards the wall clock. So now, let's imagine the train slows down to a speed less than of that of the speed of the light, which is of 3 into 10 to the power 8. Now, exactly from this particular time, the observer sees larger number of reflections from the object. Let's imagine 1000 reflections from the object or 1000 screenshots of the scenery of the wall clock within a second. So the observer gets an experience of the time moving slowly in the wall clock. By this theory, imagination Einstein found a relativity between the time and the velocity, that is time inversely proportional to velocity. That means the time slows down with the increase in the velocity. Now let's imagine that the train got the power to move faster than that of the speed of light. Now what would happen with the observers see the past? Absolutely. The observer in the train see the past clearly, maximum up to 2 to 3 seconds. Since the light in front of the gets reflected or refracted from the glass, even gets reflected from the seats, so the observer can see different colors or the white light, since white light is a mixture of all the colors. Friends, the truth is it is just a play of the light, but it does not change the quantum particles. In normal worlds, we can say the time is normal outside and even inside the train, but it only appears to be changed to the observer inside the train. That too, this theory is efficient only when the train is in one-dimensional motion. In other words, a straight path. Friends, we can imagine a lot from this concept. Similarly, Einstein gained the knowledge by imagining a lot more theories like this and found wonderful formulae like this and became one of the genius person in the world. So friends, I can give 100% surety that each of you will become like Einstein if you start imaginative thinking from now. And I want to test your creative thinking. How would you make this theory more interesting? Comment us in the comment section and subscribe to our channel to increase your creativity.